took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
On play action, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got room. He's at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Third and short yardage. Winston. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Jameis to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Throwing on second and long. Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Now Brees. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on first down is Brees. He sets to fight, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They'll run with Taylor. And an alley to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? Hey, Q. Hey, Haywood. Here we go.
Alert 3. Watch out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
5 on the 50.
On 2nd and 9. Winston. He finds Taylor. Complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play fake. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
from the 27. Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Breeze toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 14-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Winston. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
65, 65. Wait. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, 50's a Mike. Watch that pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Watch the screen. Screen, triple team. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Being chased out left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Mike's 50. Easy. They're scared.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Winston. This will be caught by Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Going to throw right side here, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Saints.
Breeze now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 52.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by Coleman.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
First down.
Go! 48 Mike. Target.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We're good. Ready. Watch twins.
Now, Breeze again. This one complete to Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Oh, yeah. 21. 80 weapons. 12. Hey, wahoo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Hey, easy. Over.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's Coleman here. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and inches.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go, even. Rush in. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check nickel. Hey, kill. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch twist. Let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, he's got a first down and then some inside the 40. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. They find some open field here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Come on.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mike, ready? Yellow waiting. Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 12. Off the field. Check your heart rate. 36. 42. Mike 42. Rip right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught. It's Coleman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Breeze on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
21. Hey, Delta. 56, Mike, 56. I got him.
Breeze going to go on fourth down. Able to find Harris, complete. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On first down, Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He's back to throw, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
Green, triple C. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Winston on fourth down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down in Arizona. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year.
Ready? 5-9. Hey, come on, yo, come on, yo.
Breeze to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. To throw is Breeze. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Sherman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Brees will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Kill, 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 kill. Kill, kill. Let him.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.